Hello everybody, it's Dr. Lisa Ann Homick from Homick Advanced Chiropractic. This is Brain Snob, episode number 74. And I don't want you to hate because of a virus. I'll get on that in just another minute, but I want you to be a brain snob. Why? It's not an insult. It means you know enough about the brain to give yourself excellent, amazing life experiences, because the brain makes the body, you make your life. And you can't be a full participant in the world with an impaired brain. You need to have a performing brain. And I teach people how to have that performing brain. We use the BFA protocol, brain first always. And it uses chiropractic care as part of the brain boosting exercises, routines. And we also want to have good healthy tissues, because if you're getting that nerve energy from your brain delivered to your body through chiropractic care, we need living cells so they can receive that energy. If chiropractic, an adjustment, can help somebody who's in a coma wake up, what will it do for you? So let's get back to my topic of the day. Don't hate because of a virus. So we have a lot of the stuff going all over the news. People are talking about it. Some is really crazy. Some is really down to earth and sensible. And we just have to keep in balance, not get ourselves overly revved up with fear, because that's not good for the nervous system. And if you're in fight or flight, you cannot fight disease. You cannot be in growth and defense at the same time. I want you to say that to yourself every day, because it will help you keep cool. You definitely cannot be in growth or healing at the same time you're in defense. They don't coexist, unfortunately. That defense is going to take over, and it's going to override everything. You want to heal, you need to be in that vagus state of resting, digesting, and healing, which is the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight state. And I teach that, and I let you know how to have greater control over your situations in your life. So we know viruses get from one place to another. That's a given. We know not everybody is susceptible to the viruses, and I want you to not feel like you are making other people sick. This is where the hate comes in. And I don't mean to use hate, but I think it actually describes how we can panic too much and we start accusing people of spreading the illness. It doesn't spread, technically, and I want people to understand that. You do not specifically make a person sick. We have viruses in our bodies all the time, so this recent virus is not something new, and we should not forget about it during our healthier times, and when it's not in the news, and when it's summertime and everybody's out in the sun and they're actually healthier. You aren't making people sick, and I don't want people to accuse you. I don't want you to accuse other people, and I don't want people dividing themselves, separating themselves, and just starting to harbor these bad feelings. Viruses are everywhere. Here is an article that I took off the internet, written by Neil Patel, and it didn't print the title of the journal. And if you really want to know, I'll look it up later. But they're studying the immune system of astronauts. Because when they're in space, they are bombarded with radiation, microgravity, extreme G-forces. Their circadian rhythms are out of sync. They're messed up. They are full of cortisol, they're full of adrenaline, and that weakens the immune system. So these astronauts, they have to be particularly careful when they're in space. In fact, when they come back, they are still weakened for quite a long time. Interesting. Now, we're here on Earth. We still need to take care of our immune systems, but they were studying the herpes virus. So that's a virus that's in probably all of us. Just accept it. It's already there. It's dormant. And as long as your immune system can keep that nice boundary going, you're fine. In fact, we have the chickenpox virus, the shingles virus. They come from herpes. Those viruses can stay in your spinal cord for life. That's interesting too. Mononucleosis, the Epstein-Barrs, these are all viruses. They're around everywhere. And yes, we know viruses can move from one place to another. And we can control that, keeping things clean. Sure, that makes sense. But the viruses are still going to be around. They will not be completely gone. And we make peace with that idea, and we make our body stronger. So you're not making other people sick, but the immune compromised are concerned. They're concerned for their own health. I understand that. But the immune compromised need to get uncompromised. I know there's people who have devastating, serious disease states, but I want to talk about the people who can improve their immune system. And I believe we all can. Here's a quick tip right now. Get out of your life sugar and starches and caffeine and alcohol and cigarette smoking. Because your body is constantly dealing with those onslaughts, the immune system is kind of busy and has a more difficult time of dealing with invasion of bugs. And what else do we learn from these astronauts and the studying of the astronauts? They're busy keeping track of them, and it's giving them some clues as to what they can do better in space. I know we can do better down here on the ground of Earth. Everyone's body works differently. One size does not fit all. Everybody's stress is different. Some people have a lot of stress. Some people have a medium-sized amount of stress. And what's been going on in your life for the past decades is going to be a computer program of how to deal with something today. So we want to correct old programs that are not efficient in that brain. We do that with the BFA protocol. We use the 3 doorways. We move the brain, feed the brain, and talk to the brain. And we help your body be at its best. And these are lifestyle things. There's no quick silver bullet. These are things you do on a routine basis, weekly or daily, that makes your life a whole lot easier. Now I want to talk about not just viruses. So this is a book about Lyme disease, and this author here has dealt with Lyme disease for most of his life, and he writes a very compelling book. I want you to know that you are full of bugs all the time, not just viruses, but also bacteria, and also things like Lyme, which are spirochetes. They're there, and as long as you accept that, you can do things to help your immune system. Mummies have Lyme in them. They've been studying these artifacts, and they know that Lyme has been around for a long time. So I took a little note in the book, and I wrote a note to myself. So Lyme wasn't debilitating until recently. Lyme's been around for centuries and centuries and centuries. What has changed? We have changed. We have changed, and not for the better. So we need to learn how to improve. We got to get back to higher function, because right now we're in lower functioning mode. We don't realize it because we think we're doing pretty well. We think we're at a normal state, but no, we are suboptimal. And I want people to understand you don't have to be suboptimal. Let's name some of the other bugs that we are all exposed to besides the Borrelia. Let's see. There's a lot of tick-borne microbes and pathogens, and Mycoplasma, Bartonella, Chlamydia, Babesia, Ehrlichia, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these correctly, Anaplasma, and Rickettsia. And that's just a short example. We are full of bugs. We are full of viruses. And as long as your immune system can keep up that protective boundary, you are okay. Let's keep it that way, and let's use the BFA protocol to do so. You can get the healing map for your journey at my office, And if you want to delve deeper, because that's just the framework, the healing map, it's a very excellent outline of what makes up the protocols to help keep our immune system strong, keep our brain on top of everything, so the brain doesn't go to sleep on the job. So the BFA protocol is what we are offering. So if you want to get into a real down and dirty routine and practice and get better at making the positive changes in your life, then that's BFA coaching. And I have that available to you as well. One-on-one coaching, because we want to use your talents and shape them to get the goals you want. We have the framework of the BFA protocol. You've got the tools already. I will teach you how to be more proficient with those tools. And there you go. So I want you to become that positive ripple effect in your community. So please, watch more of the videos, like them, subscribe to this channel, and share the videos. What's the other thing? The notification bell. I always forget that one. And check out the blog and look at the articles on the blog. And last but not least, make the call, get under chiropractic care, and learn what you can do with the BFA protocol. Thanks for watching.